Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is Judith Wesonga here, where I host Talk of Change Show, just to change people's mindset with the aim of making a difference. Okay, that's why we're here. So thank you for those who have subscribed. Before I start my show for today, for those who haven't, please do so. Let's just build it. Let's make a difference together. Yeah, and that's why we exist, just making change, because no one can exist without change. Change is everywhere and change is everything. Yeah, so welcome back to today's show, and the topic is Jesus healing in response to your faith. Can you imagine? Jesus healing in response to your faith, or rather my faith, or rather our faith. Yeah, so what are you trusting God to do in your life? What are you trusting God to, for you to achieve, something like that? So are you trusting God? Are you dwelling on His will, or, you're just, maybe talking negative about yourself? Some people keep on saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. You were created for a purpose. You were created for a mission, right? No one was just created because you have to exist. Remember, you are created to do something. You have a mission, and that's why you exist. So I'm trying to talk about this topic about faith, because it all depends on how we handle ourselves. It all depends on what we talk about ourselves. So faith, in terms of the Bible, in terms of what God wants us to do, is just basically, believing, because God is the only person who knows your destiny. God is the only person who knows your life, who knows my life. No human being is in charge of your life. Okay? Get me right. No one in terms of human is in charge of your life. God is the only person who can control your life. So never shake. Some people may talk ill, may say anything about or people talk, people do whatever crap they want to do, but just remember, God created you for a mission, and your destiny is defined by God, not a human being. People will tell you maybe you're not supposed to do this, you don't qualify, basically, or you're not meant for this thing, but or you won't make it, that's what I hear most of the time. Oh, you weren't making, So I just laugh, because I'm like, if someone didn't create you, how can they define you, right? God is the only person who can define you, right? So never shake, never bother, never wonder, just focus on God, because He's the only person who knows where you're heading to, where you're coming from, and where you are right now, okay? People are there to make noise, but if God says yes, another, voice is just useless. You must know that. If God says yes, another noise, another voice becomes useless. So focus, and just, have faith in God, knowing everything is possible. With God, everything is possible. Ask Him, cry to Him, pray, dwell in His presence, and He's gonna do wonders in your life. So basically, in relation to this topic, I just want maybe just us to discuss about this story. You remember there was a huge crowd waiting for Jesus, and Jairus was one of the people that was waiting for Jesus, because he was having a sick child, a 12-year-old child, and the only daughter, and he wanted Jesus to heal that child because she was the only daughter, or rather, he had a sick child. So in that process, as Jairus was waiting for Jesus to come so that he can explain himself and tell Jesus to go and heal his child, there's also another woman, everything just happened in one set, basically. So I'm just trying to put together these two stories so that you can see how faith can move mountains, how faith can change, everything in your life. So back to the story. So in that process, also there was a woman who had bled for 12 years, and she really, really just wanted to touch Jesus's garment so that she can get healed. And you know what? Because of faith, she knew, if I do this, I'll be healed. I'll be healed. And she did whatever she wanted to do because she had full faith, knowing she's gonna be healed. So it was a lot, like there was a lot of like people, so the crowd was huge, but she didn't fear anything. She tried her best to touch the garment, and Jesus felt like someone had touched the garment, and he was like, who had touched me? Who had touched my garment? So there was some disciples who were around, like John, Peter, and James, and other people, of course, were saying, okay, don't worry, Jesus, because there's a huge crowd. Maybe it's just, people are stepping on you. So, but Jesus persisted and said, no, I felt the power going out from me. Of course, it was a healing power, because the moment this lady touched his garment, she was instantly healed. Basically, the blood stopped because she had bled for 12 years. So again, in the same process, you can read that story, like the entire story, from the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 40 to 56, okay? If you want to catch up with the entire story, but I'm just trying to summarize so to show you how faith can move mountains. So in that process, there was this one of the servants, because you remember Jairus was the ruler of a certain synagogue. So in that process, there was also one of these servants who came from the synagogue to inform Jairus that, he should not even continue to bother Jesus to go to his house to heal the daughter, because she had already died. So when Jesus heard that, he said, no, they should not be afraid, because, he has to go, he still has to go to the house and, make sure that, her life is back. And that's what he did. When he got there, he took John, James, Peter, and the parents to the house. And he, of course, people were mourning. He just told them, you should not be, crying, because she was just asleep. And he told the child to just rise. And you know what? She came back to life. Can you imagine that faith if you just believe? And he even advised the parents who didn't even believe, and other people, because even us as human beings, if someone dies, you can't believe they can come back to life. But you see, the faith can move the mountains. So Jesus told them to give her, the parents to give the child even food, something to eat, basically. And they did that. So, yeah. So I just want to let you know that there's nothing impossible before God. Just focus. Your faith is everything. I love you all. And, I just want to sing a song for you, and may you be blessed. So the song goes like this. I have no other God but you. I have no other God but you. You have done what no man has done. You will do what no man can do. So just know that, God has done a lot, and he'll still do a lot. And just know that there's nothing that a human being can do that God can do. God can do a lot that human beings cannot do. So just have faith, continue, trusting in him, and everything will be perfect. I love you all. Continue subscribing, liking, commenting. Bye-bye.